Alright, welcome back to the exercises for Chapter 13. We have basically finished number 1, and we're going to start forward working on number 2 and the rest of them. So number 2 says, suppose we want to hedge the forward margins we see offered as of the August expiration. What trades in the futures market do we make? Now remember, since the crusher is buying soybeans in the cash market, selling oil, and selling meal in the cash market, they should be buying futures of soybeans and selling futures of oil and meal. The exact same actions that they'll be doing in the cash market. So let's come over here and write number 2. Buy soybean, let's say buy August soybean. Sell August oil, sell August meal. Those are the trades we should make in the futures market to hedge this August gross processing margin. Alright, so we're going to come over here and create some new headers, kind of similar to that table we used for the flour mill problem from Chapter 4. And we're going to make these, we're going to take these as column headers, and I think if you want to just copy and paste, it will put them in the Excel file. Don't worry too much about that cell reference that I told you in row 9. It's not going to be a big deal. When you post it, it's not going to paste them in the columns correctly, but we do have commas there, fortunately. So if you come up to the Data tab and then click Text to Columns, you can just say delimited, next, eliminate the tab, put in a comma, next, and finish. And I think it should have everything formatted correctly. Let me make sure. Do we get one in each? Okay, we do, I believe. No, these were not. These need to be split. So I'm going to put some commas in here and see if we can make it happen again. Okay. Data, text to columns, delimited, comma. Looks like it's working. Now let's make these columns a little less ugly. Home, format, auto fit column width. It's a little better. Okay, that'll do. And we can get a little bit better if we choose this wrap text, and then we can squeeze these guys. Alright, so let's paste just the first 2 dates here because we're only observing actions on July 3rd, and then we're going to make our hedge on July 3rd, and then we're going to lift our hedge on August 1st. So what should our action in the futures market be? Let's toggle back to the instructions. Recall, our facility crushes 50,000 bushels of soybeans per month. And if we're going to do a 9, 11, 10 spread, which I recommend that we do, 50,000 bushels would be exactly 10 contracts, so lucky for us. So we'll be buying 10 August soy, selling 9 August oil, selling 11 August meal. And to make it do this, notice I highlighted the cell and clicked wrap text. In fact, why don't we highlight the whole range and make sure we're wrapping the text. Okay, action in the cash is NA, and the rest of this row is also NA. Now, when August comes around, it's going to be time to lift our hedge and actually do something in the cash market. So here we're going to, remember, we've only got 1 month worth of activity here, so we're going to do the opposite of all these trades, and we won't have any remaining futures positions. I was originally going to make this problem much harder, but I decided to go a little bit easy on us. Alright, so this is going to be sell 10 August soy, buy 9 August oil, and buy 9 August meal. Action in the cash market. Well, we're going to buy 5 contracts worth, we're going to buy 10 contracts worth of soybeans. It's going to be 50,000 bushels. And let's just see, we're going to sell 9 contracts worth of oil at, sorry, that's not the way to think about it. If we crush 50,000 bushels of soybeans and we get 11 pounds of oil for every one of those, we're going to have 550,000 pounds of oil to sell. And if we crush 50,000 pounds of soybeans, sorry, 50,000 bushels of soybeans, and we get 44 pounds of meal, then we'll get 2.2 million pounds of soybean meal. So we'll just record that here. And we have 0 remaining futures positions. And let's calculate our net cost to buy the soybeans. Alright, so remember this is going to be similar to the flour mill, and where we're going to calculate our cash plus our profit or loss in the futures market. So here we're going to be minus my soybean price. So I'm going to come over here, and my soybean price, my spot soybean price, is going to be the August price minus the basis. That's my cash price. So this plus this. And here we're not going to leave it per bushel. I want to calculate the total cost. So I'm going to do divided by 100 to get it into dollars, and then times 50,000, because I'm doing that for 50,000 bushels. Okay, so just on that part, we've got like minus 467,000. And then we have something from our futures trade, our futures hedge. It's going to be plus. Our selling price was the $9.59. Our buying price was the $9.70. So that's our gain in cents. We need to divide that by 100 and then take that times 50,000, because our futures position represented 50,000 bushels exactly. So minus 472,500. Similarly for our revenue in the oil market, that's going to be equals, this time it's going to be a plus, because it is, it's going to be money to us and not money that we spend. So let's see, my August oil price is here. Oops, excuse me for that. And plus the basis, subtract 3 cents. And here, again, we're going to divide by 100 to get it into dollars. And we're going to take that times the amount of oil that we're selling in the cash market, which is 550,000. If you prefer to think of it this way, that's 11 pounds for every bushel. At 50,000 bushels, you get that. So that is our cash revenue, and we can add now our futures hedge. So we sold the August price, and we bought the September price. Sorry, we bought the August price. We sold the August price in July, and we bought the August price back in August. Divided by 100, and this is times 60,000 now, because remember that the futures contract is for 60,000 pounds. So our revenue is 165,948, and let's do the same thing. Ooh, except that I notice we're missing our meal column header. I'm not really sure how that happened, but we can fix that. Make yourself a column called net revenue meal to go in this spot. And we'll get it similarly. Cash price for meal is going to be this price plus this price divided by 2,000 to get it in per pound, and times this much, 2.2 million. I guess I could just reference it. And that's the cash amount, I believe. And if we do plus our futures position, that will be, let's see, we sold the price in July minus buying the price in August divided by 2,000 times, and in this case, the futures contract is also worth exactly that, so we can reference it again. And we get this for our August meal price. I just want to check something here. I think I see that my cash price is incorrect. I should be acting in the cash market in August in row 3, not in July. Pardon me, I need to change these to a 3. Hopefully you guys caught me on that before I even made the mistake, but if not, I apologize. So this should be our calculation for revenue in the oil market. Let's make sure we didn't make the same mistake in cash. Looks like we did not. Okay. Alright, so we'll finish up the assignment in the next video. I'll see you in a second.